Joining us now is Dalia Dussaquet, Director of the Centre for Middle East Public Policy and Senior Political Scientist at the RAND Corporation. Dalia, it's been a while and it's good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, John.
Okay, so the leader of the opposition, Yair Lapid, called Israel's president about 35 minutes before a midnight deadline to tell him the deal had been done on forming a unity government. Here's part of that phone call.
Mr. President, I'm calling you to say that I've succeeded in forming a government with the factions of Yesh Atid, Yemina, Kahol Lavan, Ram, New Hope, Meretz, and the Labour Party. All of them together, they signed for me. They all signed for me. They all told that I have succeeded as far as they are concerned. So I'm calling to inform you that I have succeeded in forming government.
You know, when you listen to that list of rival political parties, Lapid lists off Raman, which is the United Arab List, Palestinians who are Israeli citizens serving in the Knesset. He then names the right-wing party New Hope. He then goes on to the far-left Meretz party. This is a mind-blowing, diverse group of politicians. Before today, chances are they could not agree on ordering a pizza. And now they're forming a government. You know, in terms of what this means, this is fairly historic stuff, right?
It is fairly unprecedented coalition. The common denominator is not buying a pizza, but, you know, getting Bibi Netanyahu out of power after 12 consecutive years, 15 in total. It was a strong motivating factor. So it is quite a diverse coalition. We'll see if it can last. But it is a unique moment in Israeli history for sure.
Now the issue is it goes before the Knesset for parliamentary approval, and in all of this there appears to be a new element in the mix, and that is a new Israeli president, Isaac Herzog. Here he is.
I would like to thank each and every one of the Knesset members for the trust you put in me. I accept the heavy responsibility you have entrusted in me and accept the privilege of serving the whole nation in this esteemed role.
He's a former leader of Israel's Labour Party. He takes over from Reuven Rivlin, who came from Netanyahu's conservative Likud. Rivlin was seen as something of an ally of the Prime Minister. It's not exactly a game changer for Netanyahu, but it's not exactly great news either, is it?
Well, I think, you know, the president in Israel is largely ceremonial. I think it will reinforce with this new coalition, assuming that it is sworn in probably next week. It will reinforce a yearning for stability in Israel. There, you know, has been 4 elections in 2 years. There is no budget. There's going to be a need to focus on domestic socioeconomic issues, the economy, education, health, of course, in the COVID crisis. So I think, you know, this is just going to reinforce that trend that we see that really is part of the underlying reason that we have this coalition to begin with. That is really quite surprising, and it did not allow Netanyahu to pull off yet another surprise ability to stay in power following the Gaza conflict. So it is an interesting development.
Yeah, the Houdini of Israeli politics may be out of tricks, but we don't know at this point. There's still a couple of days left. Under the coalition deal, though, the role of Prime Minister, if this goes ahead, it will be shared, and the leader of the minor religious nationalist party, Naftali Bennett, he'll be sworn in first. Here he is speaking to CNN's Aaron Burnett back in 2013.
Would you ever accept that? A sovereign and independent Palestinian state?
Well, it's no secret that my opinion is that forming a Palestinian state just a 5-minute ride from where I'm sitting right now would, in fact, create a terrible situation in Israel and a 100-year-long conflict between us and the Arabs.
So on that issue, there really appears to be no change from the position taken by Netanyahu, and all reports are a similar hawkish stand on Iran as well. And that's shared by a lot of politicians within this coalition. So on those issues, does it mean business as usual, no change?
Well, it is called the Change Coalition, but I think we are likely to see more of the change on the domestic front than the foreign policy front, especially on issues of most concern in the West, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the Iran issue. You know, he is, Bennett is a very pro-settlement, anti-two-state solution politician, is not shy about it, even to the right of Bibi Netanyahu on these issues. The only restraining factor, though, is that he is in this quite diverse coalition, including with centrist, secular centrist parties and center-left parties, including the Labour Party and Meretz. So he won't be able to have free reign to, pursue, let's say, annexation, even though he is pro-annexation. That said, we can expect status quo policies when it comes to the Palestinian issue, and status quo issues, as we know from this recent Gaza war, we've just, seen and witnessed that status quo does not mean stability, and any spark could ignite a new conflict. Same with the Iran issue. Naftali Bennett coined what he called the octopus doctrine. It's about hitting Iran, the head of the octopus, not just its proxies. Quite supportive, as many Israeli politicians are, of continuing to degrade Iranian capabilities, whether or not there is a nuclear deal. Very concerned about Iranian activity in Syria and beyond. So I think on a lot of these issues, we'll see a change of tone, but not necessarily a change in substance on foreign policy.
Okay, Dalia, it's been a long time, and it's good to have you with us. We really appreciate your insights. Thanks so much.